Hi guys and welcome to another video, and today I'll be doing a review of Gran Turismo 7 trailer that has just revealed the release date of the game. It's March 3rd, 2022, and I'm just hoping that there's not gonna be any further delays. And the first thing I would really like to mention here that the game really looks stunning, and one of the best features that we will have is bringing the campaign mode back. So it was first thing about this GT Sport that is kind of new and old at the same time. So we will have a GT interface that will include day and night mode as well as daily workouts as in GT Sport, and I think the most important thing here is the power points. So power points which will be more advanced than the previous Gran Turismo games, and the classes like Group 3 and Group 4 will probably not exist anymore. So we will go back to power points, and all of the classes will be actually PowerPoint classes. So I think it's a good feature because they're gonna bring more variety into the game than just putting all of the cars into some category and then just racing those cars. But here you'll have a wider range of available cars, and of course you will be able to use a lot of these cars as you can see in this car collection. So I'm just hoping that the car collection will be a little bit bigger than on GT Sport. It is okay on GT Sport, you can use a lot of cars. Mainly I'm using Group 3 and Group 4 cars, as well as Group 1 and Group 2 on occasions. But as you can see here, you got a used car dealership as well as GT Cafe mode, which I hope will bring a little bit of challenging into the game. So let's say you got a daily challenge where you can pick a car later once you do all of the challenges. And I think the most important features that I'm kind of looking forward to the most is this tuning mode and car customization. So basically GT Auto is back, and as well as adding the spoilers, you can of course do an oil change or whatever you want to do with your car. But I gotta say, this wide body extension really looks nice for only 5,000 credits. And this looks pretty cheap, and I hope it's gonna stay like that. We don't want really expensive modifications on the cars. And as you can see here, we got 3 regions: Americas, European, and Asia, Oceania, which I think will mostly feature Bathurst or any other circuits in that region. But here in the Americas, 8 circuits. I'm currently not sure what are the circuits gonna be, but it looks like we got pretty much 4 tracks right there. And in Europe pretty much the things stay the same. We got most of the tracks that were featured in GT Sport. So basically from Dragon Trail, which is personally my favorite, not because I'm Croatian but because I really like the track, but as well as I'm Croatian, and of course Japan. But down there you can see Mount Panorama circuit in Australia, and I'm just hoping that we're gonna get a little bit more circuits. I mean, as they update the game, as the time passes, I'm just hoping that they bring more features into a game. But another thing here is this variable weather and the tracks we're gonna get in the game. So as you can see, we got a little bit better graphics here, and I'm just hoping that a couple of these features will be on PlayStation 4 as well as on PlayStation 5. Of course, PlayStation 5 graphics will be better because of the processing power of the PlayStation 5, but I would really like all of the features, as Kazuri Yamauchi said. We're gonna have the exact same game on PS4 and PS5, but with a little differences. Like as you can see, I think just shadowing will be a little bit different, as well as all of the details you can see here. And you can see just the shadows, every sunbeam, every shadow, every kind of effect. It really shows quite a difference and quite a step forward from GT Sport. I'm not saying GT Sport was a bad game. No, the graphics were pretty good, but this just brings up a level higher in my rating. So I'm just hoping that the game is gonna even surpass my expectations, and it's gonna be one of the best in the series. And I'm just hoping that it's gonna be the best in the series. But we all know GT4, GT3, and GT2. I think it's maybe one of the best racing games in the history, if not in the past like 10 to 15 years, even 20 years. But yeah, these were favorites, and I think they're gonna surpass that. I'm just hoping. But variable weather is another very important feature here. As you can see, just the shadow and the rendering here looks amazing. So basically it looks like real, and we got a transition all the way from daylight to the night. but I'm just hoping, I'm really hoping that these features are going to be available on every track, not on just a couple of tracks there they decided, okay, we're going to bring it here, but we're just not going to bring it to other tracks. I'm just hoping that this variable weather will be available for every track, not just a couple of them. But as the time goes on, we will see, and I'm just hoping when we get the final game, we will have this feature. And now let's talk about the multiplayer mode, which will only support up to 20 players, which I think it's kind of a little bit too little, but all in all, I just think they are focused on the quality, not quantity, and they just want to make the most out of this game, because if you got players all around the world connecting to one server, the servers are going to break sooner or later. So in my opinion, they just want to have stable, super stable and super quality servers, and I'm just hoping that the service they will be providing is going to be a little bit better than in GT Sport. But GT Sport service, considering all of the aspects, all of the players that are in there from all of the regions in the world, and comparing it to other servers from other racing games, I think they are pretty good. All considering, but I'm just hoping that they're gonna bring that quality up. And another very important feature that I'm kind of very bad at is this livery editor and livery mode, as well as the scapes mode. So basically you can take more than realistic shots in the game, which actually look better than in real life, and I'm hoping that this feature will bring a lot more into the game. Like, you can put a lot of your decals, and not only the size, I'm just hoping that the size of the upload is going to be more than 50 kilobytes, which was kind of stressful for me. I mean, you want to get something into game, but it has to be lower than 15 kilobytes, which I think it's pretty little, but considering all of that and the amount of decals you have in the game, I'm just hoping that they're going to bring a much higher pictures, and you can upload a lot more things than in the past. As well as the escape mode, I kind of liked it, so you can take pretty good screenshots, as you can see here, just taking a shot of a car and making it look so realistic. I know it's so hard in the current engines that we have, but this already looks like a done deal, already looks really good, and something I would even, you know, post on my Instagram page or something. And the most important thing, after all of those most important things, is I'm just hoping that the game is gonna be available at March 4th. So we got a ton of delays, we had a lot of things that didn't go to plan, but I'm just hoping that once the game is done, we're gonna have it at March 4th in about 6 months time. And this is one of the things that I would really like about this game and the series, and just, you know, to meet the expectations of the fans and meet the expectations of all of the players that are into GT Sport currently, and the past GT7, I mean, not the GT7 games, the past Gran Turismos, which I think is going to bring more value in GT7. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please smash that like button, and yeah, you can even subscribe to the channel. Thanks, and bye.